Right, I can see you now then. So in this week's video, we've just got a little update, some bits and pieces that I'm doing around the pond as we sort of head into the... Well, in fact, to be honest, I don't know how much this video I'm going to get going. It's you know, that fine rain stuff that soaks you. That is coming down at the moment, so I'm going to try to get as much filming as I can done today as possible, and we'll move on and see how we go on from there. But today, I've had some questions about a comment I made a couple of videos ago. It might have been the last one as well. Again, I say that, lose track of time. About my air going on and off for 12 hours of the day. So we'll talk about that, and I'll give you a little bit more detail on that. I'm going to have a quick look at my pond temperatures because they're a bit all over the place at the moment, which is going to be interesting because the way things are going, and because I missed my covers when it snowed, I've been having issues with the temperatures, but we'll have a look at that as well. I've been having some issues with my pond covers over the last week or so because there's been a few storms in the UK recently, and it's given my covers a bit of an issue that I thought wouldn't be an issue if any storms or high winds came along. So we'll have a look at that today and see what I've got to do with that one. And also, don't forget, we've got a little bit of a giveaway running at the moment for a little prize for somebody out there, somebody in subscriber land. So we can have a little reminder of what you can win for the giveaway. Cheers, Sue. Miss you. But first of all, let's have a quick look at the fish, because the fish are doing okay, actually. I have seen a couple of flashes at this time of year. Pond at just under now. It's gone up from 6 to around about 7.7, and it's fluctuating between 7.7 and 8 because I'm using my Kactoily Water monitor, which monitors all my temperatures in the pond and gives me some nice accurate results. So temperatures at the moment, yeah, like I say, have come up a little bit since the snow. We dropped it down to 6, but this is a couple of weeks later now, and it's back up to almost 8. But I've seen a couple of flashes. OJ's done a couple of flashes on the bottom, which is kind of interesting. I'm doing nothing about it because I don't believe there's a need to start diving in with a net and start pulling them out and scraping them. There's no need for that, not this time of year anyway. But I'm going to keep an eye on it in case there could be a need. And in fact, to be honest, I was watching an interesting video from another YouTube channel, and he was bringing out a water product. It's like a water conditioner, which is very interesting, really interesting to listen to him and listen to how the product he believes works, and the different ways it can potentially benefit the water condition in your pond. So I might see if I can get a tub of that and try it in my pond. I don't know whether you're able. He didn't say what time of year the best year to put it in, because water conditioners, I don't use FOC or I don't know why I keep doing that now. Anyway, or KoiMaster's Advantage. I don't use them at this time of year. I mean, to be honest, what I usually do is sort of somewhere into the winter is just chuck a dose of KoiMaster's Advantage in, just to sort of give the water a few more minerals, because I'm not doing as much trickling or water changes, but the fish are still living in there and still creating ammonia and using the minerals in the water. So I like to give a little boost every now and again. Nothing, you know, I don't diarise it and say, Christ, every month I've got to do this, or, you know, I just kind of go, oh, I might chuck a dose of water conditioner in. But this new product he's got is a water. He believes it's a water conditioner that will literally. It's a game changer. So I hear. But I could do with really getting hold of some and doing some tests and then reporting back on here to see if we have a new future of water conditioning. I don't know. I don't know much about the product, so I can't really talk about it, and I'm not seeing it in action. I've already heard about it. I think he might have given it to somebody else as well to give a waz with. So I don't know. I need to keep an eye on this. I did leave a message saying, you know, I'd love to get some of this and just try it on the channel and tell everybody on the channel what they, you know, why I think of it. So I don't know. Who knows? I'll maybe try to get something done there. Right, pond covers. I've had to scoot right down for this, so it won't be a long section, this one, because I'm having to hold myself up at an angle here. Pond covers. So when I created these pond covers, I was very aware that the wind kind of blows in from that end of my garden, whoosh, and out the other side, and potentially could be blowing the covers around. So I put a little bead or a block or whatever you want to call it underneath this side, so the wind couldn't blow in and pick them up whoosh, and take them over to next door, because he didn't want them going in a pond. But I left an opening on the other side for the gas exchange to happen. So there's 4 or 5 inches, 3 or 4, maybe 5 inches between the water and the bottom of the covers, and then there's a gap on the other side where the gases can the gas exchange can happen, and away they go. Oh, my legs. So, but what I did was I created these little brackets on the side here, so that when I fit them, I push in this, and then that kind of locks it underneath the coping, so it shouldn't pick them up. However, we had a little, actually, blew in a gale one night. Woke me up and I was like, the hell? Anyway, I went back to sleep, woke up next morning. A couple of covers had sort of been moved and the ends have been blown off. So these should have this endy bit here. In fact, I've still been looking for one of them. One of them I can't even find, it's not in the pond. Luckily, if it had been in the pond, I've got to go get that in case it gets stuck in the bottom drain. But anyway, so yeah, it's knocked these off. You can see where the screw still is. And they're just gone, and I've lost about 4 or 5 of these damn things. So, running repairs, but it won't be today because it's horrible today. It's, you know, that fine rain that soaks you. So just a quick reminder of the giveaway we have going on KoiPondLifestyle at the moment, where one of you lucky people out there will be given a top-of-the-range latest technology in water monitoring for your aquarium or your ponds. So here's a quick recap of how you can enter. So to enter this fantastic little giveaway and receive the latest in Kactoily water monitoring equipment for your pond or your aquarium, first of all you have to be subscribed to the channel and like this video, and then answer this simple question: how many kohaku fish have I added to my pond throughout the 2024 season? So how many kohaku fish do you think I added to my pond or bought for my pond in the 2024 season? Just put the answer below in the comments, put the number and then the word kohakus. So the number, oh, and you said it then. That was close. The number and then kohakus, and then we'll do the giveaway draw for Friday the 13th. I'll do the draw before, but the video with the draw in will be on Friday the 13th of December. Friday the 13th, is that a good idea? Yeah, it'd be lucky for somebody. So with that, the only way you can enter is go back to the last video which has this in and leave a comment on how many of the kohaku fish I had in my pond. Don't put it in this video, don't put it in the comments of this one. You need to go back to the last video that we made when I first introduced this giveaway and leave your comments in that one. So you need to like that video, subscribe to the channel, and then answer the question that was in the video just a second ago. But leave your comment and the answer if you want to join in with this. Leave your comment in the description of the other video, not this one. So good luck everybody. You got to be in it to win it. So in a previous video I mentioned that some of the certain things that I've turned off to save a bit of cash over winter, and other things I'd left on but I was turning back on throughout the day. So for example, my ultraviolet light, my UV bulb is now turned off. That won't be back on now until spring. So that's 55 watts of energy I should be saving not using a UV bulb. What's the point? In my opinion, no need. The air supply to the pond and the filter system I now turn off for 12 hours of the day. So turning my air off for 12 hours a day is that pump is like 40 watts. So that's 55 for the UV, not using anymore. 40 halving that, say 20 watt, well 40 watts for 12 hours a day instead of 24 hours of the day. That's a saving. My skimmer, I'm not going to use throughout the winter either unless I really have to, but I don't have any trees or anything above me, so I don't get a lot of autumny, wintry stuff in the pond. But if I had to, I'd just flick it on, and that uses 45 watts. So again, that I try to leave off over winter. I don't take it out because I don't want the motor to dry out. It's designed to sit in water, so I just let it sit in water and just maybe flick it on and off every now and again, just in case it gets a little bit grimy in there, just to sort of run some water through for a couple of minutes and turn it back off again. And then my water pump, which is like an 80 watt pump, that runs 24/7. I never ever turn that off. The only time I ever turn that off is when I'm isolating the filters from the pond to do a filter clean, and then I just do that so I'm basically just cleaning here, that I'm not getting any waste blowing through and into the pond. So going back to the air then, so the question people were asking was, why are you doing 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and not 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or why are you doing 7? Why have you picked 7? To be honest, I picked a number out of the sky for the number 7, so I wanted to do 12 hours on and 12 hours off. Now I've always been led to believe, and again, if you think different or if you know different, then please comment below, is your pond depletes oxygen quicker at night time. Now that might only be in the summer when the temperatures are up, in your pond. But at the moment the temperatures are right down, so my depletion of oxygen in my pond is minimal, because my cold water is holding more oxygen than if it was warm water, where warm water doesn't hold a lot of oxygen. So I just picked a number and thought, okay, I'll do it 12 hours on, 12 hours off, save me a bit of cash. In fact, to be honest, I could turn it off and just leave it off, but I wanted to keep turning the oxygen over in the pond for 12 hours. Now, talking about that, is I don't run the air stones in the pond. I only blow the air through the filter system, and that's it. So I suppose when you kind of think about it, what's the point? You know, you're doing 12 hours of blowing air into your water, but the oxygenated water's going straight out through the pump and returns back into the pond. So oxygen's going through what little bit of bacteria I have left in my filter system, which probably is not a lot in the winter, and then back into the pond. So I'm just sort of giving a little bit of top up every now and again, and it's something I've kind of done because I want to. It's not something that it's the law, cripes, you've got to do that, because it's something that I choose to do. A lot of people turn their air off in early winter and don't turn the air back on at all. You know, each to their own. And like I said, with this hobby, there's no actual Bible that says this is the law. There's all people's opinions and how different people manage their ponds. You know, you go on Facebook, go on I'm attached to loads and loads of different Facebook groups, and you know, I see somebody put a comment in there, how often should I feed my fish? And you'll get 20 or 30 different answers all the way through. Completely confusing, opening cans of worms, because different people have their own little way of managing their ponds. He's been following me around for days. Little cheeky elfie monkey. So anyway, so that's the air story. So nothing hard and fast, but yeah, that's what I do. I think it's time to call it a day. I'm getting wet. So thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, share, ding the bell for notifications, to click that like, because even he knows it makes sense. Click that like. Thanks very much for watching KoiPondLifestyle.